Hi guys, it's my goddaughter's birthday and we're gonna celebrate it by baking a flan cake and doing Korean barbecue tonight. First, we are going to make the flan. This is my mom's recipe, but we don't have everything. We don't have all the ingredients. We're gonna tweak it a little bit using what we have and what we found in Joong Boo Market. We have ube flavoring for this. It's ube extract. Ube is a root crop that you can find in Asia. It's very purple. The taste is very much like a sweet potato, but it's more earthy. We're gonna use 10 egg yolks. You can separate it using the eggshells or you can use your hands. My mom's recipe called for a can of condensed milk and a can of evaporated milk, but we don't have evaporated milk, so we're just gonna use 2 condensed milk. It's gonna make it really sweet, so we are gonna do something about it. I we're gonna use a darker caramel, so it's gonna be slightly bitter. It should work well with the flan. I'm gonna use 2 tablespoons of ube extract. It should hold well with the flan because it's very sweet. You can use 1 tablespoon if you want. My mom's recipe calls for a tablespoon of vanilla, so a tablespoon of ube extract should be fine. But I want the ube flavor to be in your face. So I'm gonna use 2 tablespoons of ube extract. And while we're doing this, we are gonna make the caramel. So if it's your first time, I would suggest for you to just stay by the stove. You can do a wet caramel or a dry caramel. My mom usually do wet caramel, but I am gonna use dry caramel. Just sugar in the saucepan in the lowest heat setting you could use, and just let it melt until it gets your until you get your desired color. It's better if you don't touch the pan. If you put it in the lowest heat setting, it's gonna melt by itself. If you try to mix it, if you try to play with it, there's a chance that you're gonna get grains of unmelted sugar in your caramel. Now for the chiffon cake, you separate 4 egg yolks and 4 egg whites. Make sure that you don't have a single drop of egg yolk in your egg whites. For the chiffon cake, we're gonna mix all the wet ingredients first. So that will be 4 egg yolks, 1/4 cup of olive oil for baking, which is light olive oil, 1/4 cup plus 2 tablespoons of sugar. My mom's recipe called for 1/4 cup plus 2 tablespoons of orange juice, but I don't want orange juice flavor, so I put 1/4 cup of water plus 2 tablespoons of pandan extract. You can use 1 tablespoon of pandan extract, but I want it to be a stronger flavor, so I put 2 tablespoons of pandan extract. And then after that, you're gonna mix the dry ingredients. It's a cup and 1/8 cup of cake flour, half a tablespoon of baking powder, and you sift it on top of your wet mixture. Our caramel is ready, and I think it got darker than what we planned it to be, but this should work too because the flan is very sweet and you kind of want it to be dark and slightly bitter. Also, before you drop your dry ingredients on your wet batter, make sure that you whisk your egg yolks with the other ingredients properly. Make sure they are somewhat emulsified before you drop your dry ingredients on top of your wet ingredients. It looks very green right now because of the pandan extract. Pandan is basically a plant, an aromatic plant that you can find all over Asia. It smells a little bit like vanilla and lavender. You're gonna see it used in a lot of Asian desserts. They use that in kaya jam in Singapore. They use that in a lot of Filipino desserts like buko pandan and basically all over Asia. Sometimes I think they use it to wrap chicken before they grill it. Now we're gonna heat some water for our bain marie. Speaking of bain marie, make sure that you preheat your oven before you start mixing your flan mixture because sometimes it takes forever. Now we're gonna whisk your 4 egg yolks with 1/8 teaspoon of cream of tartar. I usually whisk it in a medium speed for a few minutes until we see bubbles, big bubbles like this, and then I would add the sugar slowly, little by little. You can add sugar in 3 batches, but I add sugar little by little. Make sure that before you beat your egg yolks, you have your cream of tartar. I put 1/8 teaspoon of cream of tartar. The recipe would be in the description box below. I'm gonna write my mom's recipe and this recipe down in the description box. Other people use vinegar or lemon juice as a stabilizer for the egg whites. After a few minutes, you can crack the speed up, and it should be done once your meringue is shiny like this with stiff peaks like that. Now we are gonna temper the cake batter mixture with the meringue mixture. This is gonna make it lighter and easier to mix with the rest of the meringue. Once your mixture makes ribbons like that, then it's time for you to dump it all in the meringue mixture. We are gonna switch with a small spatula so we can fold it carefully. I have seen other people use the whisk to fold them together. I think it's fine, but I am used to using the spatula. So you cut it in the middle and then you scrape the side of the bowl and then you fold it over. You can also turn your bowl in circles, or you can just do it like this. So you can fold it carefully. We want to incorporate a lot of air from the meringue into the cake batter because we want a fluffy chiffon cake. It might end up deflated if I overmix, so I think I'm gonna stop around this time. It doesn't need to be perfectly mixed. It's okay to have the stripes. That's fine. Then our flan mixture on the side has been resting for a few minutes. We are gonna strain it over our 9 by 13 inch pan filled with the caramel. It's cooled caramel. We're gonna strain it so there's no air bubbles, and we're gonna strain it so it's nice and smooth. And then you can dump your chiffon cake batter on top. It's gonna stay on top of the flan mixture because it's the lighter mixture. We are gonna bake this in a bain-marie, which means we're gonna put hot water at the bottom of the bigger pan. We're gonna bake it in 350 for 30 minutes. It should be done when you insert a toothpick and it comes out clean. Let it rest for an hour before you flip it. If it doesn't flip, you can torch the bottom of the pan. And then you can serve it with ice cream. This time I served it with a sweet corn ice cream. It's Maxim's birthday, so we decided to do Korean barbecue again. And as usual, the youngest ones are in charge of the grill. This time it's Kevin and Julius. Kevin said his friends are watching my YouTube, so shout out sa mga friends ni Kevin. Salamat. Thank you for watching my YouTube videos.
Very good. I love you.
You like munggo?
Baby. Oh, ito. Gusto ba yung nasa bebe? Hindi makapaghintay.
Isang shot. Okay, pwede na yan. Isang shot na yan. And then you get this. Lagyan mo na. Saan ka mami nang galing? Ba't ngayon ka lang? Anong oras ka pumasok? Hintayin nyo. Subo na kayo dyan, Julius. Kahit dalawa ni Kevin. Good job. Galaw-galaw yung masyado. Parang mag-brown siya. Da. Huwag yan baka magtaiyan. Wala pong ipod yung fresh dyan.
Mami, kain.
Okay, here's the apple shape. Oh, hello, apple. I'm using a red crayon. I color it in. So your boat gently down the stream. If you see a crocodile, don't forget to scream. Ah! You do that? Ah! Good job!
Good job.
A blue bear. Bear also starts with B. Wow! It's a teddy bear. So cute. Blue bear, 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 blue bear Bear, boat, and blue all start with B. It's a blue backpack.
Dapat.